What's up, guys? Dr. Doll here, and I know that I griped a lot about this doll, but she's actually turned out to be a pretty easy fix. So I was really worried about these eyes because I've seen composition. Oh, by the way, look, isn't that so much better? I've watched a lot of composition tutorials, and a lot of people, sorry, my son's bumping the tripod. A lot of people actually recommend splitting the head in half in order to get to the eyes to fix them. And I really didn't want to do that because her paint is still in like perfect condition and her wig is still in really good condition. No, you can't play with her. So I'd basically have to I'd have to take her wig off, and I'd have to ruin her perfectly good paint to cut her head in half to fix her eyes. So I was really just not wanting to do that. Luckily, I just took her head off, and all I had to do was take a screwdriver in there and just kind of push the eyes back into place. There's a little like pendulum mechanism that the eyes open and close. And I think that it got knocked out of place during shipment. You know, that $30 shipping that I paid for. I think it actually is what bumped her eyes out of place, because I think she's fine. There's really nothing wrong. She was missing lashes on this eye, and I replaced some of them, but it's really hard to do because there's a slit where you can actually like stick the hairs in, and hers has gunk in it, and I could not get the gunk out, and so I couldn't get all of the lashes in. I just used an old makeup brush. So I just used the hairs from an old makeup brush and shoved them in there. I've seen people use brushes or feathers. It's not an exact match, but it's really close, and it looks better than her having no lashes at all. So, but doesn't that look so much better? She looks so much cuter. So I found out who she is. She is a Betty Bedtime Doll by Horsman, a 1946 Betty Bedtime Doll. And they were specifically designed for snuggling with. That's why they have these really soft cloth bodies, and they're this size, you know, so that you can hug them and snuggle with them. And I believe I read something about the box they came in could be transformed into a bed, so that's kind of cool. Some of them had molded hair, and then some had mohair wigs like this. So that's who she is. She's a Betty Bedtime Horsman doll from 1946, and honestly, she's in like fantastic condition. So I'm just gonna paint on her lips right now and put her eyebrows back, and then she's pretty much done. There's not much left I have to do to her, because I could go in and like repaint and touch up some areas, but I hate to mess with original paint, you know. She's in such good condition that I don't want to mess with her too much. I'm going to touch up her lips, I'm going to give her some eyebrows, and then I'm going to call it good. I'm going to put her head back on, and I'll show you the finished result in just a minute. Okay, and she's done. So that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So isn't she much cuter looking than when she first came out of the box? Super easy. All I had to do was push her eye mechanism back in place. Eyes still work fine. Replaced a couple of lashes over here, and then just touched up her face paint, touched up her lips, and put the red back in her nostrils, and then gave her eyebrows again. And that is it. That's all I did. So she's actually in remarkable condition for being an 80-year-old doll. Someone obviously took very, very good care of her. She doesn't even have an odor to her. You know, a lot of old dolls, they kind of have that weird mildewy smell. She smells clean. She looks clean. She's in really great condition. I am not going to even try to remove this paint on her nails because, like I said before, with composition dolls, I would have to take off the original paint to do that, and I just don't want to. I don't think it's worth it. So this is her. She's all finished, so she's going to be for sale very soon. And that was easy, much easier than I thought it was going to be. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.